Hi, I'm Diana. This is a three-part series on the 50 things that I want to do, am doing, or I'm going to try to do before I turn 50, which is next year. But these are all things that you can do at any age. Out of these 50 items, I really do think that there's one thing in here that can absolutely change your life. We're picking up at number 20. Instead of just hanging around with my friends, drinking margaritas, and talking about current events, we decided to have a painting night. And this really shook things up for us. We pulled names out of a hat and we painted a portrait of each other. And it was so fun. And we felt so enriched afterwards. You learn a lot about yourself when you do something you don't know anything about. And none of us could really paint, but we learned a lot about how we paint. And we learned about each other's faces and what we like about each other, because that was often featured in the paintings. The painting that I made was of my friend Mary playing the drums in her sequined outfit. And taking a moment to sit there and think about what I like about my friend Mary, instead of just talking about whatever, was actually very special. Doing a painting night with your friends, even if you don't paint each other and you just paint a landscape or something, you can learn a lot about yourself and your friends. 21 is I'm going to be focusing more on my body skin. I focus a lot on my face skin, and then secondarily on my neck skin, but I often really ignore my body skin. So I'm going to be putting my body oil right next to the shower so I don't forget to moisturize everything. I'm going to stop ignoring my body skin. 22 is that I am starting to wear softer colored workout outfits. All of my workout outfits were like black. I'm wearing black right now, but when I wear softer colors, I feel softer. So I kind of went on a little bit of a Quince binge because I've been thinking about myself and how I want to treat myself this year before I turn 50. And I got things in soft gray, soft green, browns, and these workout clothes are super stretchy, super soft. It's just another reminder to myself to be gentle on myself. You would think that at the gym, why would you want to treat yourself gently? But this is something new for me where I'm trying to really listen to my body and not push so hard. I'm trying to do the things that I feel that my body needs, but I'm not pushing my body on things that don't feel right to me anymore. And I think that these softer colors are a reminder to me to be more forgiving, be softer on myself. And also, I'm so glad that I have these newer outfits because my body is changing. And these reflect where my body is right now. I don't need to be squeezing into some pants that I kept from when I was 30 because my body's very different now. Oh goodness, I'm so excited to talk about 23. I got a vibration plate from Life Pro. And I get shaken for 10 minutes every day, and I love it. My back and my hips feel so much better. I have been standing on this for 10 minutes a day at varying speeds, and I haven't been as stiff as I normally am. I talked about the Bob and Brad massager in the last video, and that's for me for targeted massaging in these areas up here, but I have a lot of stiffness in my hips and my lower back around my tailbone. And this vibration plate really shakes that area of my body and gets that fascia loosened up and those bones loosened up. I've never felt better. I love both of these vibration devices, but they're for different reasons. And the vibration plate really shakes my legs and my back, and I love it. And the one that I have is small. You can get ones that have handles, like if you need more stability and you have room in your house. I don't have the room, so I have the little mini one, and it works great. I'll be doing lots more of that before I turn 50. 24 is I'm hoping to become a better listener. I think that I have worked on this quite a bit in the past 5 years, but now I would like my listening to result in more remembering. So I'm going to be more actively listening to remember. I want to learn to ask more questions and dive deeper with my friends. I want to be a better listener to everyone. 25 is when I have a day off from filming or being around people at work, that I would really like to find like a 3-product makeup look that works for me that is really almost nothing. I just want a very natural look that I can rely on that takes like 2 minutes. I am actively testing combinations of this right now, so I'm sure I'll do a video on it soon. But by the time I turn 50, I want like a solid 3-item day off makeup look that I'm super happy with. 26 is I really need to work on my sleep hygiene. And that means keeping the temperature of the room cool, making it very dark, going to bed earlier than me crashing on the couch and then having to wake up and wash my face. I need to actively work on creating a better sleep environment for myself, and everybody knows this is important, but it's sometimes hard to actually implement. I really need to just stop watching YouTube videos so late. 27 is my body posture. In the first video, I talked about my mouth posture, but I really do need to be aware of my body posture, and I need to actively work on it because I'm starting to kind of curl forward, and I cannot let that happen at this point. If you don't use it, you're going to lose it. So I am going to actively work on my posture this year, trying to strengthen my back and loosen my shoulders. 28 is I would like to develop a useless skill that I enjoy. And I've tried dance exercise classes. I thought I could get good at that. I found it very frustrating. I don't think that's the useless skill I'm interested in developing. Maybe it is painting. You know, painting night was so fun, but I'd like to find something that I just enjoy doing, and there's no other purpose to it other than just enjoying doing it. 29 is that I need to go to more museums. I always leave a museum feeling so inspired and so enriched. I need to put this in my calendar that I need to go to a museum at least once a quarter. Maybe I could make a little check-off list for my fridge for quarter 1, quarter 2, quarter 3, and quarter 4, and which museums I'd like to visit, and make it happen. 30 is that I've started putting collagen in my coffee because my joints were feeling creaky and my hair and skin could use some help at this point. So I put a scoop of these collagen peptides in my coffee every morning. You have to mix it up pretty good, but you cannot taste them. And I'm really hoping that this helps my achy, creaky joints that are in my hands, in my back, in my feet. I feel like it's already starting to make a difference. I'm fairly sure that's why I've been feeling so good lately. Along with the green powder, those two together are kind of like my powerhouse duo in the morning. It's the way that I get my day off to like a kickstart. This bag does say that it should help with my skin elasticity and hydration, my hair and nail strength, healthy bones and joint support, youthful appearance, and healthy aging. Healthy aging is probably the most important thing on there. It's easy to let your aging get out of control if you don't take a more active stance. And aging itself is a natural thing that we do. But we want to age well and not let the aging just happen to us. And speaking of our bodies, 31 is monitoring your gut health. You want to make sure you're eating plenty of raw vegetables, fermented things, but not only just like what are you putting in your guts, but what are you putting in your guts that actually destroys your gut health? And you want to be careful to avoid those things because your gut health is your health. Without your gut health, everything in your body breaks down. So if you can concentrate on keeping your guts nice and healthy, you're leagues ahead in your aging journey. Okay, so speaking of eating, number 32 is eating for nutrients first. And that doesn't exactly mean like I only think about greens and how much protein is going in my body. It just means when you have a plate that you can fill it up with nutrient-filled foods first. That was a weird phrase there. Before you eat the processed things, before you eat the sweet treats, eat the nutrients first. So it's not about giving up anything, it's about a focus on nutrients in your food first. 33 is that I'd like to start wearing my hats. I have quite a hat collection. And if you have a collection of anything that you love and it's just sitting in your closet, it's time to start wearing it. I'm not saying that you need to start wearing hats. I'm just saying that I obviously love hats enough to collect them. I'm going to start wearing them. Think about what you're saving for a rainy day or whenever and figure out how to wear it, how to use it. Otherwise, donate it and enjoy the space. 34 is that I need to get better about cleaning my makeup brushes. I try on and wear a lot of makeup, and sometimes I apply it with brushes, and very rarely do I wash them. I really need to get better about washing my makeup brushes on a weekly basis. 35 is that I need to start drinking more green tea. I do love my coffee in the morning, and now that I'm putting collagen in my coffee, I don't want to skip it. But instead of having a third cup of coffee or a fourth, I'd like to switch over to green tea at that point, because green tea is not only tastes good and it's better hydration, it's really good for you. And I feel it when I drink it, and I tend to just reach for more coffee when I really need to just switch over to green tea at that point. And that's something I'd like to work on this year. 36 is that I'm going to continue doing the farmer's carry, which is 1 minute of carrying around the heaviest weights you can. And I do this at the gym. I pick up the heaviest barbell that I can, and I walk around with it for a minute. And I do that 2 or 3 times while I'm at the gym in the morning. And I'm going to continue to do the farmer's carry because your grip strength is what you're working on here. And your general body strength, but your grip strength is a real indicator of how well you're aging. So you really want to try to maintain your grip strength. And that needs focus if you are going to age well and stay strong. And I think we're going to stop there for now and leave the rest for part 3 of 50 things that you can do before 50 or at any age, really. Stay tuned for part 3. I'll see you soon.